This week in music, is Jethro Tull metal now? Opeth is kind of making that possible. Plus, Primus and Coheed Cambria have announced a tour together. And in the new music section, we have a bunch of new music, not the least of which being from everyone's favorite teenage metalhead. We will get to all of that. Welcome, nerds, to this week's edition of the Music News. This is just a section, one section of six, count them, six other sections that we do over on the main channel in a show I like to call Week in Nerddom, where we talk about all of the nerdy things. You can find a link to that show down in the description or at the end of this video. Now let's talk about new music, touring information, and other generally interesting things to do with the music news. You thought I was going to say generally nerdy, didn't you? Actually, we're going to jump right into the new music and videos this week. We actually have a little bit of making up to do, so this is also the follow-ups and corrections that we didn't from things last week. I don't know what the hell happened to last week's episode, why the audio got so screwed up in the beginning 20 minutes or so. So many apologies, but this is the bit of new music that you missed. We're going to start at the top. We're just going to go real quick with these. First, Alien Ant Farm released the song So Cold. A new album is called Mantras. The record will be released April 26th. I really miss crazy, fun Alien Ant Farm stuff. This is good, but just kind of doesn't really stand out anymore. Kind of be cautious when going into this one. Next one was a new track from Comeback Kid called Disruption. The new EP is titled Trouble, will be out March 15th. These guys are still solid, hardcore, always a good listen, even with the new quote-unquote vocalist, because I'm still the guy on the first two records was the guy I listened to first. Still good stuff though, absolutely worth a listen if you're into the hardcore. Nothing really bringing new listeners into the genre though, so kind of take with that what you will. And then our other one that we missed from last week, even though it was recorded, Kittie has released their first new material in 13 years. They have signed a new contract of some sort with Sumerian Records. The name of the new song is Eyes Wide Open. I did not actually see the name of the new record, though they are working on a proper new record. If this song is any indication of what we can expect on the new record, then it's kind of so the thing about Kittie, and this has kind of been going this direction for me for some time. Their first record, the record that everybody knows, one with Brackish and Spit, etc., etc. That record, like, they were not exceptional musicians, but there was something about them that kind of set them apart. And now that they are really good musicians, I feel like they kind of fall more to the middle of the pack. That's not to say that it's bad music at all. It's just to say that it's not exactly unique anymore. And they kind of, I don't know, Oracle was the beginning of the end. That was the record after that first record. Can't remember the name of the first record. It might just be self-titled, I don't remember. But either way, Oracle I feel like was the beginning of the end, because that's when they started going, hey, we're gonna make money at this music thing, maybe we should learn our instruments a little bit better. And then it just kind of became noise. I don't know how to say that in a nice way. Kittie is talented, just not exceptional, I guess is the best way to go with that. So there you go. From that, let's get into this week's new music, the stuff that, you know, is brand new this week. We're gonna start things off there with High on Fire, releasing their new song Burning Down. It's from their new record called Cometh the Storm. It is out April 19th on NRK Heavy, produced by Kurt Ballou of Converge fame, so it's going to be greatly mixed. And what if this song is any indication of the rest of the record, of course it's going to sound amazing. It's freaking high on fire. And it's Kurt Ballou, so all of those things are great. I love Matt Pike's guitar tone. I am jealous as all hell. This is a fantastic song. Please go listen to it. Also, the video is kind of, if you are not a fan of AI, is absolutely your worst nightmare in so many ways. Into our next piece of new music comes from Harper, everybody's favorite 13-year-old metalhead. I think she's 13 these days. Released a new song, I Hope You Choke. I think this is an original. The title sounds like something I've heard before, but I think that's kind of by design. Solid, just exactly what we would expect out of Harper these days. The production is always really good with her. Videos it's a performance video with a bunch of teenagers, so obviously it's not my bag, but the production on it is great. It's really awesome to see someone of her generation carrying the torch already, and she's just a teenager. So yes, definitely go check out the new Harper track, I Hope You Choke. There is a new band, or new to me band anyway, that the YouTube algorithm decided that I would want to hear, and we're going to talk about that real quick. That is the Holy Ghost Tabernacle Choir. Wow, I can say these words, I promise. The Holy Ghost Tabernacle Choir, let's try that again. The Holy Ghost Tabernacle Choir, Brightly Lit for Bad Decisions is the name of the song. Very interesting. This is a little bit of avant-garde in your kind of sort of mathcore, just thrashy, very technical metal. I don't know where I'm not good with the subgenres. I think subgenres by and large are a bit silly and tedious, but yeah, these dudes kind of have something unique here. I'd be very interested to see where this sound evolves, and if you are interested to hear exactly what it is I'm talking about, go check out the link in the description. All of the new music this week linked down in the description for sure. Then we have our final piece of new music, and actually this one came out 2 weeks ago and I meant to talk about it last week, but it didn't make it into the notes for whatever reason, so it's making it into the notes this week, and that is Crosses. Name of this new song is Big Youth. This song features LP, who most people these days are going to know him from Run the Jewels. He did have a solo career back in the day. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it was MF Doom who gave him his first break, or might have been vice versa. Either way, relation to MF Doom, LP is pretty damn awesome. The more I hear of Crosses, the more I really love this band, and I really don't understand why I didn't give them a chance when they first came out. Crosses, for those that don't know, is the side project of Chino Moreno from the Deftones, and it's real nice. And then let's talk real quick about tours and...
Psst, hey, so I'm just, passing the word around that, if you subscribe, he feeds me a whole goat. I don't know about you, but, I like to eat, so do a dragon a favor and click that little button down there, and, yeah, it'd be awesome. I mean, we talk about the stuff that you like anyway, like movies and video games and other human things that nerds do. Plus, it costs you basically nothing. All you gotta do is click a button, right? And then I get to feast. It's delicious. So, thanks in advance and stuff, and, also, if you comment or you hit the like button, he puts seasoning on it too, so yeah, maybe try that. Either way, let's get back to the show. Okay, bye.
Festivals, that is our next subsection in the music portion of today's episode. There is one piece of tour festival news, I guess we should say, that was supposed to go in last week's episode and was a victim of the audio issues. That is the Inkcarceration 2024. There is a huge, amazing list for this festival. It is 3 days. I did not write down the dates this time because you can follow the link and find all of the bands that are playing. Mushroomhead is among them, so that's pretty freaking cool because, personal link to the Mushroomheads. But yeah, follow the link down in the description. You'll see the entire lineup. You'll also find links to get tickets if you are able to attend. That is on you, though. Let's move to new tours announced since last week. We have Avatar has announced the tour dates from May 18th through the 19th, or May 8th rather, through the 19th. Woo! Supporting acts are going to be the Oxymorrons and Conquer and Divide. A link for tickets is down in the description. I don't know either of those two openers, so I can't imagine these are going to be very big venues. Honestly, did not look at the venues on the list, just looked at the dates, so sorry. From there, we have another Heilung tour has been announced, which is pretty freaking awesome. If you have not seen Heilung live, you've only listened to them or you have no idea who the hell I'm talking about, go listen to them because you want to know what you're getting into, because it's not anything you've ever experienced before, but it is absolutely something you owe it to yourself to experience at least once in your life. So yes, Heilung has announced new tour dates, April 13th through the 23rd, so another short thing going on. Yeah, supporting acts this time. When I saw them, they were the only band on the bill. So they played for an hour and a half, which is honestly, once you see what they do, that's kind of a feat. But opening act is going to be a group, some sort of musical collective called Elvor, E-L-V-O-R. I've never heard of them, but you can find link to tickets down in the description. The next one on the list is In This Moment, and Motionless and White have announced a tour together. It is called the Godmode Tour. Dates are April 30th, running through May 5th. Supporting acts are going to be Kim Dracula and Mike's Dead. This is actually a pretty interesting bill. Not big on Motionless and White. In This Moment, I kind of flip-flop on from time to time, but Kim Dracula as an opener, very intrigued who the hell this Mike's Dead person is, or group, or band, or whatever. So yeah, links again if you want tickets down in the description. Periphery has announced tour dates running May 8th through the 18th. Another short-ish one. I think this one is adding to their existing tour. Supporting acts: Eidola, don't know them. Jake Bowen, don't know them. Periphery, tickets linked in the description. And then the big one. This is the one that kind of had me going, huh? That is, Primus and Coheed Cambria have announced that they're going to be touring together. It runs from September 12th through August 17th. There are going to be 3 separate legs of approximately 6 to 8 dates per leg, and each leg has a different opener for that leg of the tour. So the first set of dates is Guerilla Toss, the second set of dates is Many Zooz, and the third set of dates is none other than the mighty Fishbone will be opening this shows. Again, it depends on which leg you catch, and also links, if you are interested, are down in the description. There are not as many dates on this one as there normally are on a Primus tour, which is going to make some people I know very upset. So get them if you can. If you have the ability to catch them, then this is going to be a very different kind of show, I think. And then we have actually some regular ass news this week in the music section. I teased it at the beginning. We're talking about Jethro Tull finally becoming metal through Opeth. And that's a weird statement, so I have to unpack that. So first things first, the reason I say finally becoming metal is because for those that don't know, for those that are maybe too young to know this, the first time a metal performance Grammy was given, for some reason, Jethro Tull was nominated. Jethro Tull is not a metal band. Not even a little bit. Metallica was also nominated that year, and they got snubbed for Jethro Tull, which was kind of our official, confirmation that mainstream music, US mainstream music media does not understand the genre of metal, which is fine. We are appreciated in Europe. So Jethro Tull kind of confusingly accepted the award. You can find videos of it on the YouTubes. And then it's been kind of a punchline ever since then in the heavy music community. Now it would seem that Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull, who is the flautist, that's right, Jethro Tull has a flautist, he is going to be featuring on a quote-unquote 3 or 4 songs on the next Opeth record, which Opeth very much a metal band. So very interesting kind of full circle moment in a strange way. But yeah, so Ian Anderson is going to be guesting on the next Opeth record. The final details for the Opeth record have not been made known, so once they are, we will talk about them, but that's all we got for regular ass news, which leaves us only our suggestion for the week. Musical suggestion this week is a band that I recently found called Necro Panther. They just put out a record towards the end of last year, roughly October, called Betrayal. Go listen to the whole damn record. This is quality fun, thrash, deathy, short song, so it's kind of punk rock all at the same time. Just a whole lot of really raw, really kickin' tunes that I honestly have put on at work a number of times and has made for a very productive day at the day job. So go check out Necro Panther Betrayal. This record is better than I think it deserves to be. That brings us to the end of the video, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for the news. Once again, there is a full and probably much more up-to-date and recent episode of the news, the full-length version, if you will, called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel, linked down in the description, and probably link popping up somewhere around my face right about now. So click on that, go check that out as well, or if you prefer your news in more truncated pieces, then by all means just stick around here and go check out some of the other stuff we offer on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember, nerds, that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here.